Good afternoon. It's 12 o'clock, and we're tuning into day 4 of the walk around series with Me Safe India, where this week we've been walking around different salons across not just India but also overseas. So Monday we started with Nena Salon in Sri Lanka. Tuesday we went to Dubai to Juice Salon there, and Wednesday, Thursday, and today we've been heading to Bangalore, Noida, Gurgaon. Today we're spending the day in Bangalore. We are shortly going to be joined by Neeru from Play Salon for a discussion and a walk around how Play Salon is operating at the Renaissance Hotel. Post that, we're going to be at 5 o'clock today. We're going to be going to the Lakme Salon, I think in Whitefields in Bangalore, where again the team there is going to be talking about how they've been adapting their salons since opening up. They've been opening up, I think this is week 3 now, I think, in Bangalore. And then as well as talking about the kind of trends they're seeing in the market and with customers, etc., and how they've had to adapt their salon and adapt their services. We're going to get to see a live walk around, and it becomes a really great way of sharing experiences, with the community, across the country and overseas who are watching to see how salons are tailoring their businesses, tailoring their services. How yesterday we heard from Levo Salon and Lux Salon as well, talking about how they've managed to kickstart facials, for example, as treatments, working with Me Safe India. So Me Safe has managed to tailor products, screening products to keep the therapist away from the client, which has really helped them. Hi Nena, hi from Sri Lanka. And it's a great way of seeing how salons are finding challenges at the moment with delivering some services in a kind of COVID-friendly environment, and then you've got partners like how Manisha at CSOL and Ankit at Be Safe have really responded with coming up with solutions very quickly for salons to then, so that they can start expanding and offering more solutions to their customers as quickly as possible. And today you'll be, already this week we've seen Chennai open up, Calcutta salons have opened up. We were talking to Delhi salons today, and they've also opened up, and it's the one thing that we do know is this question about whether customers will come back or not. Will it be busy? It's pretty much been that. We have Neeru here. Just kidding, Neeru's just going to log in. But what we've seen so far from salons that have opened up, especially in India, is that they're busy, high quality.
Hey, hi, Vikas.
Hello. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you doing?
Good. All good. So I was just talking to the viewers about, we're lucky to be, having you do a walk around for us in Bangalore, at the Renaissance Hotel. And really it's going to be, you showing us around, you've got a large property there. So there's a lot for us to see. How you've adapted the salon, how your therapists are working, what kind of safety procedures they're following. And then we'll have a few questions. We'll talk a bit about the kind of customer trends you're seeing as well, and the behaviors you're seeing in the first few. This is week 3 or week 4 now for Bangalore?
For Bangalore?
Yeah.
It started on the 14th of, for us, it started on the 14th of March.
All right, so this is week 3.
Yes, it's been 14th of March. That's when we started our lockdown. Yeah, so it's more than 8 weeks.
So yeah, if you want to,
it's nearly 8 weeks.
Show us around Play. I mean, it'd be great for us to all see, what Play Salon, who haven't been there. I've not been there myself. So, what does it look like, and so how you've adapted the salon, in this new COVID world.
Cool. So, so what I would like to do is I would like to show you how we are welcoming our guests, and then show you around. Is that okay?
Okay, super. Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super.
So, how we have.
Is that the entrance area?
Yes. So
okay, great. So there.
I'll just show you around.
obviously, because this one is built inside the hotel, so it's slightly different format to some of the other salons that we've been visiting.
So basically, they come in, we check the temperature, then ask them to sanitize their hands, sanitize their footwear.
Yes.
And ask them for their Arogya Setu app.
Okay. Oh wow, you're checking that as well. Okay.
Yes, and
is that are you making that mandatory for clients that they have to show you the app?
If they don't have, since we are in a hotel, sometimes you don't know what guests we have. So maybe they won't have an Arogya Setu app. 1 minute. So I'll just show you. So we have noticed there's a lot of clients who come with their mask, but they don't want to wear, because if they're coloring their hair and other stuff, so we give them a mask and ask them to keep their mask so that they don't dirty it. So
yeah, got it. That's an interesting point, actually. That
yes. So
you still have to be prepared to give masks to clients.
Yes. So what happens is, once the client walks in, we at the time of appointment itself, we are asking them to, we are sending them a Google link for a self-declaration. So the lady who just walked in, she's already sent us her declaration. So we have taken her straight to her workstation, to the station where she has to.
Are you getting? Is it a big? Are you getting mainly hotel guests, or you're also getting local guests as well, local clients coming in?
So right now the hotel is closed. We are lucky. All hotels in Bangalore are closed, but we've been lucky because our the block where the salon and the business center and the gym is a different block altogether. So that's the reason why we were able to, open. But the hotel is right now it's closed. So there are no, but they are doing services like they are doing home deliveries and all. If anybody wants food and all that, they're doing. But otherwise, no. Yeah. I'll take you around now. Okay.
Super.
So this is our hair section. I hope it's clear, because if it is not, please let me know.
Right now I can see you, so you might want to flip the camera so we can see the hair.
Yeah. Now it's fine. Yeah.
Yes. Perfect.
So so that's our hair section. If you notice, we have, this space is really big. Actually, so it looks like we made it for the COVID pandemic. So it's quite huge. We have 6 workstations. So we have one, if you see there's one here, then we have one here, and another one. A lot of space. So, so we've removed one chair off because we didn't want you to keep a chair, so that they know that, I mean, nobody's going to go and sit there. So they know. So in the hair section, in the ladies, we're just doing 2, one here and here. That's a backwash. We have space in between. And this is our barber section, where we have, so we have 3 chairs because strangely, we won't be able to move these chairs because they're connected to the floor. So we had to keep them on. And so like we have 2 chairs. If you see the distance, it's quite,
the distance is quite,
it's already there. Even then, we are only using 1 chair. So what we told the hairdresser is that in case there's, because the appointments for men have been really high if compared to the women. So we said you can use.
We're seeing that trend at every salon that's opening up around the country. That's the main trend that's standing out right now. Yes.
So we said keep the 2 chairs so that you have the time. So once you finish I'm sorry, I'll just.
So that was all your styling and barbering section.
Yes, that is. So we said keep 2 chairs. So 1 chair when it is used, and when the client goes, use the other chair. Don't use this. So this we have enough time to sanitize that chair. So because I've heard that even disinfectant, you need to keep it for 15 minutes at least after you sanitize. Yeah. So I'm taking you to the to our pedicure sections. Right. Can you switch on the line?
And all your customers, are you only doing pre-bookings?
We're doing on appointments and yes, pre-booking. Yeah.
And no,
so
no walk-ins.
No walk-ins at all. No walk-ins. Okay. Even we're not allowing anybody who's accompanying the customer also.
Okay.
So we decided not to entertain. So we tell them, but they're very sweet and understanding. So far we don't have any issues. We are able to convince them. So this is one of the pedicure. Again, you can see it's not with another one, so it's single. Yeah. So it's like a room by itself.
Yeah.
We have two like that. So there's one service happening over here where we've been using the mani-pedi kits of Me Safe, which is so convenient. I would say it's really convenient. Everything is there.
Yeah.
And and I'll start taking you into the treatment rooms. This is one treatment room. Basically, this is more for beauty services like facials and waxing. And
have you started beauty treatments like facials, massages yet? Have you figured that out?
No, not as we have not started, but we did get a couple of clients did ask for.
Yeah.
So that's our therapist who is covered with a sheet.
Okay.
And she wears gloves. Her hair is in the band, and she wears her.
And have you got an appointment? You've got an appointment coming in, or she's just kind of waiting at the moment for an appointment?
So what we did was with so many team members, I didn't want to keep them waiting together in their room because then there's no social distancing. So I said, each one be in one room. So that room is yours, and you can you still are safe. And when the client walks in, you have your you can attend to the client. So there are only two people in the room. So this is another room. Another room. Actually, these are I'll just show you. So this is our spa room with their. But we haven't started our spa rooms as yet. Yeah. But I'm just sure. But these two rooms are. So we are using these, especially being in the hotel. We have either we have the room guests or we have more elderly people coming in. You know, we have the whole politicians and the bureaucrats, and all of them, they come. So they're little on an more, I would say they're much older. So we're taking more extra precautions. So we are giving them a room where they can get everything done. So like if you see, this is a bed, come a pedi. So we, so everything, pedi, their haircut. So we have a big mirror. We just kept a chair. You can see, we kept a chair. So we can do the haircut. We're doing their everything in one room. In case they want to come and get all the services done, we are ready for it. So we have two rooms.
And were you that kind of where you said all in one service, where you can come in and you can do multi-service and spend a few hours there? Was that something you were already doing before lockdown, or it's an idea you've come up with because of this?
No, we were not actually telling our clients that they can get it done in one room. But now with the COVID, we're making it a point to just let them know that we have this option. You can get everything done, so you don't need to be worried. So that's one good thing we have. again, it has a shower. So basically, you don't need to.
It's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's like when you go to a hotel and you're going for spa treatments, etc. That you can do a couple spa, couple treatment, and now you're booking like a private room for yourself.
That's true. Yes. So and this is another room where I'm going to sit now and chat with you.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is my. So I'll take off my mask. I think so. I wasn't clear with my mask on.
No, the sound is fine. The sound is fine, actually.
Yeah. So I'm going to take off my mask and then just sit in. Yeah. So they wanted us to have the. So we're using Me Safe, and it's quite a blessing, I would say. Then going in, getting everything, picking up and putting things into a kit and then trying to do it. This comes already in a kit, so it has become really easy for us.
Yeah, we've heard that from different salons this week, that the kind of having this package all together makes it easier to even for your therapist, your stylist, etc. It becomes easier to know we have one kit per customer. You just get Hia's phone. Yeah. I think I'm not sure if that was my network or your network.
I think so.
No, we're getting a lot of feedback. I mean, yeah. So before I start asking you questions, you're getting a lot of compliments from people saying how beautiful the salon is.
Is it?
And one now, Junku saying it's one of the best in Bangalore. So.
Oh, thank you so much. So when Meridian, Meridian, we were at the Meridian Hotel, and then when the hotel was coming down, when they decided now to shut down the hotel, so we quickly looked for a place, and luckily we got the Renaissance, and we decided to have this place here. We're lucky. It's too close. Meridian and here, I think so. We are just 2 kilometers apart. So to shift all our customers from our guests from Meridian to Renaissance was very easy.
Oh, that's super. And then so with regards to the now this is week 3, essentially end of week 3. What differences have you had to do so far? In terms of, for example, the opening hours and how you're doing shift work with the staff. What kind of?
Yes. So opening hours was they've told us that we can function from, I think so, 7 to 7, and they had the night curfew, which we could not do.
Right.
So we started our spa by 8 o'clock. We opened. Okay. Yeah. So I'm sorry.
So you start your
first.
Oh, okay. No, yeah. So here, our tech guru has reminded me always put it on D&D so it doesn't cut up.
Okay. So we are. So what we have been doing is we ask our staff to come in early so that they can take at least minimum of 2 hours. So we were calling them at 8 o'clock, and we were opening our store at 7 o'clock, at 10. So 10 to 6. Yeah. So 10 to 6 we were open for our guests, and they would come in. The first few days was madness because everybody were rushing for their haircut. So we had a couple of, we had to ask people. We could not give everybody appointments. So that was how we started. In the beginning, first few days was really busy. We have, but then, they had to make their appointments. We did not welcome walk-ins, and then I think so in the beginning we didn't even we were very worried, with these people who are of these politicians and all. We thought we will have a tough time explaining it to them that you need to do all that, but they were very considerate and accommodating. They made sure that, you know, everything was being done the way they were following all the measures, and they were happy. And I remember there one client, he said, I have to be the first client in the store. So I know the whole place is disinfected. So I'll be very safe. I had to tell him, sir, I don't have to be so worried, because it is always, we've always taken care and made sure our store was always disinfected from the very beginning. It's not like we're doing it now. Maybe that time we would not do it right after the client went. Now we're doing it right after. You know, once a client has sat in the chair, we're trying to disinfect the whole thing. That was not happening. Otherwise, more or less, we were following all the protocols what we're following now. So it became very easy. It was not that difficult, I would say. Yeah, and then with these kits, and the kits which they were not individually packed. These your kits for the disposables, which we had them separate. Now we have them in a kit, which made it more convenient.
Oh, you find that's
time,
easier for your therapist and your stylist?
Yes. Yes.
And I think it's also probably easier for the customer to visually see that you're unwrapping a kit for every treatment that you're doing. So it's a good confidence boost for them as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so like you're saying, your staff is coming in about 8 o'clock, is it?
Yes, they come in the morning at 8. They take 2 hours to just make sure that everything is done. We don't ask them to wait in the evening because still the
curfew's on.
Yeah, we want them to go early, so that you know they reach home early because of the 7 o'clock curfew. But now from today that curfew is off, so we are open to work late here. But I think so. I think so. People are gone so used to being at home by 7. I think so. I'm going to continue this for some more time, maybe for this month. So we start early and close early, so that way they have the time. And I think so. We are working in the day. Yes.
And then how are your staff coming and going? Is it like has public transport started or?
No, luckily my whole team comes on by their own. They have their own transport. So they don't come. They are not taking. But if we have a team member, I would have asked them to. You know, luckily in Bangalore they have facilities for hiring a bike. I don't think so it should be a problem in Bangalore. You know, because I have seen. They have 2-3 companies who have this facility where you can hire. I think so they can start doing that. That would be better, and they don't have to be worried where they're going to park it, what happens. They can just pick it up, drop themselves here, and that's it, go back.
Well, that's I know Bangalore's a tech hub, so a lot of the tech innovations do spring out of Bangalore.
Yes.
So that's an interesting one.
Yeah, so they have cycles, they have 2-wheelers, and they have electric bikes also. So it's quite convenient. Yeah.
And then what capacity are you operating at the moment? Is it like 50% capacity you're operating, or 35 or 60?
Right now I think so 50%. Because we for the hair, I mean, I would not say 50%, would be maybe 65%, because we've removed one chair. From there, rooms are fine because they're not closed. So I think more or less, we have not restricted ourselves with the capacity, luckily. So I would say maybe 75%.
Okay, and there was no kind of local government regulation saying you have to be 50% or 60%. Was it more self-regulation? Was it?
No,
social distancing?
No, it's just that
I know you have a big property as well.
Yeah, we're spaced out. That's what I'm trying to say. So the whole idea is that you don't be very close to each other.
Yes.
Yeah, so in an area of 1,200 square feet, we are taking in 4 people or maybe 6 people. Is
Yeah.
quite a lot. Yeah, I don't know how it's going to be at the mall, the salons at the malls, because we have play salons will be opening on the 8th. There it would be. Yeah, so there we would have a problem because at the hotel, since there's so much of space here, that's what I'm
Yes.
saying. We it's like any other day. It's just that we're following a little more of disposals. That's it.
And you're getting ready to open up next week in the malls, then, is it?
Yes, Monday.
Right.
So we're going to start off with a store a day. So I'll make sure I'm there, and one store a day. So we've already done one store. We've already done the training completely,
Right.
and we had attended also a couple of clients, so they know basically the whole what do I say?
The test run.
Test run is already done. Yeah. So
Okay.
we're going to start with Phoenix on Monday. Then we do the other. So we have it Phoenix, Monthly Mall. Then we have it at Virginia, Vega City. We are.
And is the whole mall opening, or just certain stores are opening?
No, the whole mall is opening.
Mall
They've got the guidelines. Yeah, they've just received the guidelines. So, and we've already received them from. They have a bunch of guidelines. Actually, more than what we have received from BWSSC.
Yeah.
So
It must be like back to school, back to studying again.
Yeah. So they are, and I'm just hoping that we'll do well at the malls here.
Yeah. Okay. And it'd be interesting. So now I know you were saying you already have very high standards when it comes to health and safety and hygiene, but has there been much of an additional cost to the extra precautions you have to take? Any idea if it's like 2%, 5% more extra cost you've had to put into being more safety conscious?
A little more, I would say, but not too much. I think it's a little more. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe. I would say. I would not know also how much it is. Yeah. It's not much. I think it's negligible. The extra things what we have done. See, sanitizers were always there.
Yes.
We had the disinfectants we were using earlier also to clean our floors, but they were not being done like every 2 hours or something. Yeah. So they were done morning, evening. We used to do it 3 times a day, even before this. Now we are doing it maybe 6 times. You got it? Then we are doing every workstation. Every time somebody touches it. So that's done. I think so the most, what we are seeing is gloves, which we used to not use, only when we used to do our work. Only working on a client, we used to use the gloves. Now we are using it for every client, every service we're changing. Then we have, what else? Masks, which were not there earlier, which we're using. But the beauty and the therapist would, even those days, they would use the mask, but not necessarily have to remove the mask for every customer. Yeah. You got it right now.
That's what you're doing now?
So for every customer they use, we change the mask. Okay. Yeah. So we.
Are you using are these disposable masks that go to waste, or they're washable ones?
No, disposable ones. And the team members come with their mask in the morning. So those are washable ones. So they come in with that and go back. And during the day, when they're attending the customers, they wear the mask which is being given to them. I think so even in the daytime, when they're working, only when they're working, they take off their mask and they wear the new mask.
Right.
So that's what we've been doing. So that way they, even the client feels, very safe.
Cool. And how's that been for the therapists and the stylists? Because they're not used to working with gloves and the mask as much. So how has that been? Because there was a lot of hesitation before about can they use it or not.
They are hating it, but they have no choice. So they are, but one thing I'm very happy is, like when we started and we had our training session, I said, see, it is not who has it or what has it. Do you have it, and do you not want to have it? If you don't want to have it, these are things which you have to use. There is no other question asked. You have to use it. So if you are safe, think that everybody who comes to our salon is, or a spa is safe. So they understood that, you know, and then they are being very, very cooperative, I would say. In fact, sometimes I walk around without a mask. I think I forget, you know. I say, okay, I walked into the store, let me not wear my mask. And then I look at everybody with those masks on and I say, okay, Neeru, now it's time you wear your mask. Yeah. It is quite difficult to wear the mask the whole time. So what we do is, so whenever we want them to, since they're all sitting alone in the room, so, you know, they have that thing of freedom to take off the mask and breathe, you know, you can't be just breathing your own carbon dioxide the whole time. Yeah, it's so difficult. Yeah. So I think so. That's what I said. Because we are in this kind of space, we are able to do it.
You're much more, you're more fortunate. Yeah. You're very lucky that you said in the hotel you have much more space.
Yes.
But luckily, next week will be a different challenge for you to figure out.
Yeah, but even those stores are quite big, huh? Our stores, even in the mall, are big. Yeah. Bangalore usually, I think, so like big stores and everything is big. So our stores are 2,500 square feet. So they're big. Yeah, they're not.
Yeah, you don't have the Mumbai real estate costs, so you're lucky.
Yes, yes, we don't. Yeah, I mean the real estate is high though now. It's not like before, but yes, we still prefer. People are used to big spaces in Bangalore.
And then, and how's it been with the customers that have come back? So. Do they follow the rules straight away? Like, are they wearing their masks? Are they equipped? Or do you have to do a kind of consultation process with them beforehand to educate them about your new kind of protocols?
Yeah, so the protocol is being told at the time of appointment. We don't wait for them to come to the salon and then tell them what they need to do. So when they call us and fix an appointment, we tell them that this is what you will be, when you come here, expect all these things. So we tell them that your temperature, the whole protocol like temperature check, your hand sanitization, we will be giving you a mask. We will ask you to show us your Arogya Setu app. Then also we tell them about the link which we'll be sending them, that they need to send us the self-declaration link, which you have to send it to us before you come for your service. So they have been doing that. I think so out of so many clients who walked into our store, maybe they were one or two who didn't do, and that also because we sent them on WhatsApp and their number was not registered, so you know they could not open the link. So when they came here, we told them you just need to send us a hi and then you can open it, and they did it. So even before the service, they just filled it up and they gave it to us.
Super.
I don't think we are having any issues with those, with any of the protocols.
Yeah, and then I know you said there's a small extra cost that you're that's hitting the business because of, you know, the masks and extra sanitizers, etc. But are you absorbing that cost yourself? Are you passing some of that cost onto the customer?
To the customer, we have because of the space, we are letting go of certain space. So for that we are charging, not for the disposables and all, because that we used to always be giving them early also. So we're just charging a small fee for that. And
that's on the service end. So you mean you've put up your service prices?
Yes. Yeah. If you're just doing hair and if you're doing beauty, then we have a fixed amount which we have put in as a COVID surcharge or something, and it is coming as a service. So there's a charge, but very minimum, so that you know, so that. They know that we, you know, I think so. It is more for them to know that we are putting in that effort to do more for the for the group.
Yeah, super. Good. So you haven't had to do any of this kind of discount, you haven't done any kind of discounting, thinking customers, great.
No, no discounting. And I've realized, I mean, what we have seen with all the customers, earlier they used to take membership very easily. Now they're not very keen in taking membership. I think so they don't want to be put into a situation where, they don't know if anything else can happen or there would be another lockdown. So they are not preferring to take a membership. But otherwise, services, what they used to do. But yes, they are asking for spa services and all. It's just that we are telling them that it's not available. We're not going to do it so soon. Maybe once we see how the situation is and how the clients are, we're not doing 100%. See, even though our space is open for 100%, we don't have that many numbers coming in. So that means I feel there is that fear still in them that, maybe I should not be going in. So unless that fear is not gone out of them, I don't think so we'll be able to get in that numbers. So,
an interesting point. So on that, so for example, pre-lockdown, if in March it was like 100%. So where do you think you are right now in terms of how much of your business has come back? Are you operating at 50% of your customers, 60%, 30%? Where do you think that kind of ranges at the moment?
I would say we have taken around, I mean, so far, I think so we did around 60-65%.
Okay, in the first few weeks.
Yeah. So, I mean, but I'm talking about clients, and then we have the appointments booked. I'm keeping the appointments to come also booked. And then we also had repeated customers, so which is also very good that, they've already felt secure in our place.
Yeah, great. And are you seeing new customers coming in as well? Because one of the trends we heard yesterday in Gurgaon especially was because the high quality salons, the word from your friends to come. So the high quality salons seem to be getting more referrals. So are you seeing any of that at all?
I think so. I would say we had maybe just 5% of new customers. But otherwise it is our regular customers.
Okay.
See, again, it depends, where you are. Maybe on a high street, you would have customers walking in. Again, in a hotel, most of the hotels in Bangalore are not open. So they don't even know that there's a salon in Renaissance which is open. And we are not even going around telling people or advertising that we're open to everybody, because I feel first priority we should give it to our own guests who have been coming to us so loyally for such a long time. So we have not advertised, but I think so after this 8th, once the malls and everything else open, maybe we would find more people come in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but at this point in time, it's more for regulars.
And then which services are you doing at the moment? Because obviously some of it you can't. So what kind of services are you kind of operating right now?
So we are doing the barber services. So we are doing we are doing the shave. I know I've heard some of the shows where they said they are not doing this shaving. We are doing shaving. We are doing beard trims and shaping. We are doing the haircuts. We're doing colors. We are doing mani-pedi, more pedicure. I was surprised. I thought they will all come and get their manicure done with the amount of washing they have done for their hands. But not many people are doing their manicure. But pedicure, we have been doing a lot of pedicures, waxing. And threading also they have come, and my girls are very smart, I should say. They even before the salon could open, they started learning how to do the threading, putting the thread on the neck and doing it. So they are managing that. So I said, no threading, because I was there one day when they were taking an appointment, and they said threading, and I overheard them saying that I'm taking an appointment for threading. I said, no threading. Okay. And then they said, no, ma'am, they've already learned how to do that threading without putting it in their mouth and with that
Wow.
distance. I said, first I have to see that. And then I had to see, they showed it to me and I said, oh, this is great. And then we did it, yeah.
So they just taught themselves. They just
yeah,
taught themselves how to.
no, there was somebody who put it up. Somebody put it up on the WhatsApp group, and it came into their hand, and they checked it out and they tried. So that's a good thing that they tried, and that shows that how much they were missing coming to the store.
Yeah.
So
brilliant.
I'm happy. The staff, they were really missing work. Otherwise, they would not have done all this thing for sure. Yeah.
I know. We've done a lot
worried
of that.
also. Yeah, or maybe they were worried. Oh my God, if I go there, I have to do threading, and I don't think so. It's safe. I mean, it could be anywhere, anyways. But it worked out good for us. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. So I know we've done a lot of that at Professional Beauty India, like the last 9 weeks. Even a lot of interactions like this, we've done a lot of technical education because to keep people stimulated, engaged, and learning while they're in lockdown, because it's really important that you have to figure out how to do these kind of procedures, etc.
Yes.
So are you doing advanced treatments as well? Like, are you doing like cysteine, keratin, any kind of long format?
Yes, we're doing. Yeah, in fact, we just did. So our academy is also open because we are not in a mall. The academy is on the high street. So we've opened the academy, and we have customers from Phoenix, from another mall, it is much closer because Phoenix to Indiranagar is not very far off. So we had a couple of clients coming to our academy, and we've been doing services there. It's big. Again, our academy is also big, and we are using only one classroom at this point of time. So we had another classroom which we turned it to attending our customers. We've been doing keratin. Yeah. So we've done, I think so far we've done 3 keratins.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 keratins, but a lot of colors.
A lot of colors?
Okay. Yeah, lots of colors, yeah.
Not surprising, actually.
Yeah, colors we have been doing. Not keratins, not that much, yeah. But we've just done 3 keratins. I think so, what, in 12 days? We've opened on the 20th. 20th of May.
And how many would you normally do? Obviously excluding hotel guests, but how many kind of keratins would you normally do, or cysteine treatments would you do?
Keratin in a month, maybe keratin maybe around in a salon from one store, maybe we are doing around 30 to 35, not more than that, 30 to 35. Right. Sometimes when we have these offers and all that time we do even more, but I think so 35 to sometimes it goes to 40. Yeah. At an average would be 35. Put in, 35. So. Okay,
so that's still got to bounce back in the Renaissance salons as well.
Yes.
Okay. And then which services are you not able to do right now, or you've decided that we're not going to do these treatments because you're not sure right now?
Spa services.
Okay.
Yeah, spa services, we've kept it on hold. The reason is we're just trying to figure out the whole disposables for them, because the disposables which we have got for the spa, they are not very big towels. I mean, if you see, they were more for haircuts and all that. So until and unless we don't get the disposables, the really big towels and all, we will have to wait.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. And then I don't know. And then maybe, I don't know. At this point of time, we just don't want to start off because, firstly, I don't think so anybody is doing body treatments. So we are also not looking at it. But I think so if we have those towels and if the clients are more, see, at this point of time, I don't want them, you know how it is when they get I don't want them to be in our store for a very, very long time too. See, I don't want them to be. I want them to come back. That's what I'm thinking. They should come back again. So maybe now what is happening, I can see my team members, they're doing their hair, they're doing their pedi and they're doing their waxing and all. And they say, ma'am, very soon we are starting this. Please come back. So that way, so that way they can attend to more customers,
Yeah.
and at the same time, you have won the trust.
Are you training your staff to do the kind of cross promotion, or they're doing it automatically?
They're doing it. They're doing it automatically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're doing it. I'm blessed with good team. I think so. I should say they are quite
I'm sure
good. Yeah,
it's part of the culture. I'm sure.
Yes, they have. Plus, I think so. They have like your therapists. What are they going to do? They're coming to the store, but they're not doing anything. So they want to talk and make them come and ask the client to come back again. So we did. I think so. Even facials, we did a couple of them, if I'm not mistaken. The first client who walked into the store, I told you, who said, I'm going to be the first one because I know the whole place is just, he did a facial. That was the first facial we did. Then after that, we did a couple of them, but not as much as what we would do on a daily basis. I think so they are also a little worried. Yeah, the customer.
Yeah, I know when we were in Levo yesterday in Gurgaon, so Pranita was talking about the same challenge about how do we do body services, how do we do facials. So and then this is where the vendors and the partners are coming, working very fast. So then that's why I know Ankit and the MeSafe team created screens so that to protect, keep a distance between the therapist and the client. Then she said because of that they've now been able to do regular facials. So I'm sure Ankit and the MeSafe team will talk to you afterwards about how to do more facials safely.
Yes,
and
I did check.
Bodies,
did see the picture he posted with the facial.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody posted it. There was one on the bed. There was like a.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
I saw. So I saw that we saw that live yesterday when we did a walk around in Levo. So they had a customer doing a live facial, and then she was showing us that the screen, the MeSafe screen, that between the therapist and the customer, how they.
They in the.
She's been happy that a vendor's partner to create a solution, so they can increase the amount of facials they're doing. I think the network's just stopped us. We just had a network issue there. And I know Ankit I know they're also working on a body spa kit. So I think they'll talk to you afterwards about how to find a solution so that you can increase spa services as well.
I was just saying, Ankit, I think, so posted something. I mean, he did
have
a message there. Maybe I have to go back. He says we will launch a body spa with me spa. That's good. You should do that, Ankit.
Yeah. So you're actually more focused on having customers spend less time with you, but come back more often. Is that your kind of focus at the moment?
Yeah, and if they want to spend more time, then we want them to be in the room, which I have. I just showed you the room where we can do everything together. So they are there, and one therapist or one person will be attending the client at any given point of time. It's not like there is one bed and everything can be done together. We don't want to do that. So there will be one service done at a time. Yeah, so at any given point of time, in that
just
room,
one
there will only be two people. Yeah, so there will be the client and the therapist. Yeah, we don't want too many people. Yeah, in a room. Yeah.
I think it's great because I think the focus right now is to be as safe and cautious as possible. Because the business is going to come back anyway, but you don't want to.
Yes, I think so.
Make a mistake and have anything go wrong, because that will damage everything. So I think it's a sensible approach to be so cautious at the beginning. Because like you said, your customers are coming back anyway to you because you have a great reputation.
You need to gain their trust. They should feel that they are in a safe environment and nothing can go wrong with them. I think that trust has to be built. See, you can make business anyways.
Yeah.
But once you build that trust, that will anyway happen. I feel now, if you see, even the number of clients who are walking in the beginning, there were many. Now, if you see, they've come down. But I don't feel bad because it's come down. It's just that now they know that they can go anytime. I think many salons would feel that, you know, oh my God, when we opened first week, we had so many customers, and now there's nobody coming in. There are very few customers. Like it must have become half the numbers who walked in. But I feel this is what I'm thinking, that they feel now we don't need to rush. We can go at a convenient time because we are safe over there. And I think so we just need to make an appointment and go at our time.
So now you've seen
So
so now you've seen a steadying of customers coming in, is it? So week one was probably very busy.
Yes.
Now you're seeing it's more kind of more flatlining and regular customers coming in.
Yeah. And I think so this will be for some time, and then you'll see that spike where everybody starts coming, and then they will go and tell their friends, you know, you go to this place because it's really safe and all that. Yeah. So I feel.
What was the trend at the beginning? Because a lot of salons we talk to say on the first few days of opening, it's pretty much all men coming in. You know, it's a high ratio of men, and then end of week one or week two is when more women start coming in. So what's the trend that you've seen with your salon?
Was the same. We have a lot of men. I had my barber on the first 2-3 days. He didn't even have time to have his lunch. I'm not kidding. So he had to be continuously. So I had to tell him later on that, you know, you cannot do that to yourself.
Yeah.
We will ask the client to do some other service. You please have your lunch. So that's how it was in the beginning. The barbers usually take really short. They don't take as much time as a stylist. They're really quick. Every 40 minutes, another customer. 40 minutes, another customer. That's why I said I had to keep those 2 chairs, you know. I had to keep an extra chair for them because we could disinfect it. And continuously. And now they are making their appointments without being afraid or thinking that it's fine or something. They're just coming in now at their time, at their whatever time they want to come in. So,
all right.
So I feel, but yes, the trend was men came in quite in big numbers compared to women. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe women, or maybe they're thinking that let the men go and do it. Poor guys, we're not able to see them anymore with that long hair.
Yeah, well, look, women can wear long hair and look okay. Men, like mine is it looks a mess. So I think men are just desperate to look neat and tidy again.
Yes, I think so. With the mask on and with the summer, women were anyway tying up their hair. It's not like they're leaving their hair open. And then they had this thing that you should not be using air conditioners. So many people were not using the air conditioners, running only the fan. So when women tie their hair up, then they don't bother about their hair. And then you have, so I feel that was the trend, but now it's slowly changing. But at the Renaissance, if you see, we have more men than women coming in. So for us, no, in general,
which generally,
we have more men than women. Yeah, if you see the percentage wise, it would be 65% men and maybe 35% women.
Okay.
So we want to change that trend though. So that is maybe because we were at the Meridian and the same regular guests are coming in. But at the Renaissance, we feel there are a lot of women who come for kiddie parties and that. So we're trying to rope in all of them with some services and So I think it'll change.
Are you doing, I know, again, learning from different salons what's happening. I know, again, we were chatting to Levo yesterday. So they said one of the things that they've done to look at how do they get kids in and look after elderly. So the morning slots that are normally non-peak, they said, okay, 10 o'clock is just for the elderly or just for kids, right? So 9 to 10. So they started looking at, these non-peak hours, they can utilize to get the elderly customers in or get the kids in because that's when the salons first opened up. It's most cleanest and it's not busy. So they've looked at and they've figured out another, potentially it's helping create more revenue at non-peak hours.
But in the guidelines which we have received for the malls, I think so the elderly and the children are not going to be allowed.
Not allowed it. But maybe at the Renaissance you kind of promote that, then that you can come in at elderly hour or kids hour.
Yes. Yes.
And I think also what we've seen is where you can create family packages. So like you can, you know, some of the salons are saying, right,
Yes.
you can block us out for 2 hours, 3
To
hours,
us.
block the whole salon out.
Yeah,
You know, if you've got 7, 8 members that want to come in together.
That would be a good idea. Maybe we should. Thank you. That's a good idea. So I'm going to start implementing it at once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good idea. Asking the family to come together. Yeah.
Yeah, and also because it's, you know, they will feel safer, you'll feel
Yes.
safer.
Yes.
And then it's another way of creating another package, you know,
Yes.
for the business as well.
Yes, that's true. That's a good idea.
Yeah. And then just again, no worries, again on extra revenue opportunities, how are you finding retailing, like product retailing going at the salon?
See, retailing, what happened so we've been doing retailing for more than a month now, even though when the stores were closed. So what happened was when we had Dunzo and Swiggy open up, we decided that we will deliver the product to the doorstep, client's home. And so we've been doing good retail, actually.
Wow.
And I am so glad that we have these facilities available like Swiggy and Dunzo, which made life so easy.
They were doing fulfill. How did you fulfill? You were using Swiggy and Dungo to deliver?
Yes, to deliver. Yeah. So even though the lockdown, they had the e-pass. They've given them passes, these companies, that they could do delivery. So
you tied up with Swiggy and Dungo so they could deliver?
So we did tie up. You have an app, so you just call them. So what we did was we sent out a message to all our customers saying that we have started. So we were getting a lot of calls actually. Before that, we were getting a lot of calls saying, you know, it's already been, because if you notice, 24th, the lockdown started for most of the salon. I mean, all the salons in Bangalore. But in the malls and hotel, we were shut on the 14th. So that was 10 days prior to actual shutdown. Yes. So people who bought the products, after a month, it was over. And then they started calling and, you know, and like what I did was I asked all our managers to carry their the salon mobile with them, because you know, so they all had their mobiles on, and there were a lot of inquiries asking. So in the beginning, we could not do retail because there was even the Swiggy and Dunzo were not allowed. Then the government decided to give them a pass where they said, okay, you all can do the delivery. So they are basically registered to do deliveries. So then we decided to get these delivery done through them. And then after that, L'Oreal came up and said, we started this and would you like to join in? And then they added, they said, we'll be adding your salon in the list where they can, you know, the locations where you can get your product. We said, yeah, please go ahead, because we were anyway doing it. And it was good because the thing is, because all our doors are K doors. So, you know, for us, we had a lot of stock in hand. It was not just doing it, because you need stock also, isn't it?
Yes.
So if a customer
so how do you do the fulfillment? So a customer orders on the Swiggy app, is it? Or they go
No, they call us. They call
you directly.
So the later on, yes, they go onto the app. So these were all new customers who maybe didn't even come to play. So they are the ones who went on, and then they got the number and they called us. So what we did was, since we were in the mall, we got all the stock to one location. We brought in all the whatever stocks we had in all our stores, kept it in one location, and then we actually, my husband and I, both of us, we did this, and my managers, yes, because they had to. But we had to do it. You know, I was so sad, and I felt so. You feel so bad that you could not do anything for your customer at that point of time. You know, we said, and then I think so. It also kept us busy because we were doing some kind of work.
Something to do,
So we were happy doing that, So we did good business in retail.
So you've seen, so retail has increased as a percentage of your business now?
Yes, we did. We were doing, in a day, we were selling 30 to 40 products in a day.
And how much were you doing before lockdown?
I mean, if you...
Hi, sorry, it just cut off early then while we were in the flow with Neeru from Play Salon. She was talking about, she's just joining in. So Neeru's just joining in on the conversation with us. Hi Neeru, sorry it cut off abruptly.
Yeah, I know. I think so we were talking for a very long time.
But you were talking about, so your retail sales has really picked up.
Yes, so the retail, like I told you, we decided to do it, and we were doing really well. Because we are in the mall. I mean, in the malls, usually retail sale is quite high because it's not only the customer who does service picks up. Even we have walk-ins also who just pick up products. So we did have a very good data for retail. So we sent out a message to them. I think so for the first 3-4 days, we continuously sent out messages. So they knew that we were on, and they would call us, and we would deliver it to them. So in the beginning, they were not very sure because it's not like an Amazon or a Flipkart, you know, or a Snapdeal. So we're sending it to somebody. But luckily, so the company, even though it's Play, the company is called Neeru's Beauty Concept. So my name is there. So it was much more convenient for them to pick it up. And they would pay. We would ask them to pay, and once they did the payment, we would just deliver it. I think so. They would get it in half an hour because there was no traffic. So you would like be surprised.
So you're better than Amazon.
Yeah.
30-minute promise.
Yeah. How did it go in 15 minutes? 25 kilometers in 15-20 minutes they would be there, and it was really good. Yeah, and they were very happy. All of them.
Are you seeing that the retail side is still doing well, or has it dropped off?
So we are still doing what we're doing, even though the salon, because Play is not yet open, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only share is open.
Malls.
So we are still doing door delivery, and so that's going on. And then we have the store. So we tell them that the store is already open. If you want, you can go and pick it up from there, or we can deliver it. So they're fine. They like to get it delivered. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with that once the malls are open and your other salons are open. Like, you know, how you kind of look at whether that's another, you know, business that you want to start doing more delivery as well of products. So that'll be interesting to see in a few weeks' time.
Yeah, we're going to do that. So, so earlier we gave a number. We gave one number, and they would call that number. Now we would not do that. We maybe will tell it. The salon, the managers can do it themselves. Yeah. Yeah, we can deliver it to them. Yeah, I think so. It's a good way of business. Sometimes, you know, just to buy the product, they have to come all the way to the salon, and then we are in the mall, so that's a lot of
there's a lot of other distractions.
Pain. Yeah, that's a lot of pain they take to just come and pick up the product. So I think so this will make a lot of difference. So, or if their product was not there, suppose they've come and they want some products and the product is not there, we can always deliver it to them.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. And then how long do you, I mean, we'll just start wrapping up, but how long do you think it will take to get to the kind of pre-lockdown levels in terms of, you know, revenue and customer footfall? I know it's still early because I know your other ones haven't opened up yet. But.
I think so. The time when the government will not announce how many cases are happening in the state.
Yeah.
I think so. Till then, I think so. This is the scenario. It's not going to change. It's going to be like that because down somewhere you have that fear, and you think, why to take chances? You know. I feel that is always there behind your mind. So I think so. So at back of your mind that, you know, might as well, you know, when things happen, we'll do. Or if there's a vaccination, then it'll change. But I feel this will be maybe till September, another 3 months.
It's a few more months.
I feel. Yeah,
Is that big? Is that
because,
also like is that also a Bangalore thing? Because it's, you know, slightly more conservative. You know, the north is more liberal. You know, up in the Punjab and Delhi, and the more south we go, the more kind of conservative and risk averse it is.
I would not say, because I don't think so. Bangalore is conservative at all, because we have the whole. It's a mixture of every community over here. I mean, you have the North Indians. I mean, because of the IT, you have a mixed kind of people. It's more to do, I would say, because right now, I feel that it is just that the time, they want that little time to understand how it
Yes,
works,
true. Yeah, yeah.
what to do, what are their priorities. Okay, I haven't been out for so long, so what do I need to do first?
Yeah.
And, you know, get those things in place, and then, you know, take it. And I think so, this was too long a time. People must have gone used to not grooming themselves. I feel that they must be used to it by now, and they've learned the art of grooming at home.
Well, I don't know if it's the art of grooming or you just give up. So I've kind of like, I've given up.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yes, given up. Yeah. So I think so. But how long will you do? You still want that little pampering, and, you know, work starts, and you are going, and, you know, there'll be a lot of stress, and you just want to have your me time. So I think so. That's when you see that peak, when people will start coming in.
Yeah,
but at this point of time, I feel, but I'm glad that people have been coming in, and they are happy, and they have already come back. And I have been talking to some of the guests, and they think, some of them told me that this is just a waste. Whatever has happened all this while was a waste, because in Bangalore we had this thing, from this time to this time it's lockdown, from this time to this time it's free. So what? It makes no sense. So, you know, people were actually really upset with the whole situation. But it worked out good for us, because if that didn't happen, we would not be opening a salon. So I wouldn't crib or complain. I'm glad that has happened. Yeah.
All right. I won't comment, because it will start another conversation on something else. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Super. Well, I think we'll wrap up. I mean, it's been great. You sharing what's happening at the salon and the stuff you're learning so far, even what your therapists are doing with regards to the threading treatments, etc. as well. So I think that's been great sharing, and also some of the trends that you're seeing. So I want to also wish you good luck for Monday, and when you start opening up next week, the other salons that you have. I don't think you'll get much rest this weekend or next week. You'll be super busy.
For sure. And I don't want rest. I rested too much, because I just want to be on my toes and just take. I mean, I want the place to do business like what we did, and I hope we'll do that. And I'm sure maybe a couple of months, but then we will be back. Yeah.
Super. Well, all the best with next week. And,
thank you.
The month to come.
Thank you so much. And thank you, viewers. I'm sorry I could not even answer your questions or queries, but thank you for taking out the time. Thanks, Vikas, for having me.
Thanks, Neeru.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.